Well, we are going to speak without fear because I believe in this, the revolutionary Holocaust, Live Free or Die. It is our very first documentary production. I've done a lot of specials. I think I've been on TV now 4 or 5 years, and we've aired some pretty shocking footage. We've said some things that seemed outrageous at the time and most times turned out to be true, but we did, I don't know how many years ago, a special on radical Islam. I was the first person to show what they were actually saying in their own language about us. Stuff that had never been seen on television before, but never have I received the feedback like what I'm getting now in advance for what we are going to air tomorrow night. The revolutionary Holocaust. That's actually a line from Karl Marx. The executives here have watched it. Jonah Goldberg's going to join me in a minute. He saw the first few minutes of it yesterday. The executives that have seen this thing have said the same thing to me over and over again. You have to let people know what you're going to see. It is really, really disturbing and shocking stuff on a multiple of levels. Most of America is going to be stunned for what they see tomorrow night because they're going to see history that they have never even heard of. History that I mean, honest to goodness, you will see film footage of things that you didn't even think existed. Why? Well, you haven't seen it because progressives don't want you to know about it. It is history that is not being taught in classrooms in America, but tomorrow night you're going to see it. The true, unseen history of Marxism, progressivism, and communism. You're going to see what Michael Moore's beloved Cuba it really is, at least the way only the people who are lucky enough to live through Castro's regime remember. You're going to see Che. Yeah, I love this guy. He's not really the happy-go-lucky kid who rode around on his motorcycle like Hollywood tells us he is. His real exploits will make even the most granola hippie lose their Che shirt. We also have footage from the Soviet Union that has been buried in the vaults of the KGB. We have the president of the Ukraine, Yushchenko, on for a special interview, and he tells a story. I mean, it's amazing stuff, all compacted into an hour. It's only the beginning of what I'm going to do and where we're headed. It's a ton of information that has been completely wiped from the history books. You know, it's amazing to me. You know, we know everything there is to know about Hitler, but we don't know these stories about Mao. Why is that? Somebody who's working on this program since August, they have their master's in history, said again today, said again to me, I can't believe I didn't learn this stuff in school and it's not in any book. Why? They couldn't believe, and they were very, very frustrated. Why aren't you getting the entire truth? Well, you see, the dirty little secret that communists, Marxists, and progressives don't want you to know is their system has never, ever worked. And not only has it never worked, it has led to some of the most horrifying outcomes in history. You think that guy was the only one that did it? And you think this guy is from the right? Oh yeah, really? Make sure you tune in tomorrow. People wouldn't support Mao, and they wouldn't be wearing a Mao hat if they knew they were endorsing somebody who killed tens of millions of people. That's Anita Dunn. She said, you know, one of my great philosophers that I think of most is Mao. She knows who he is, but most Americans don't because progressives tend to breeze past that little speed bump in history. I told you back in December that this program is going to change. Tomorrow is the first real step in that direction. You see, progressives knew 100 years ago, you can't win a battle against our founding fathers. Progressives had to change the course of history by changing history itself. If you can convince people that killers are cool and get them to wear a t-shirt, you'll win their hearts and minds. People in this country have done more than buy a cool t-shirt. Many Americans have drunk the Kool-Aid. Tomorrow night, it's time to spit it out. Tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Tell everybody you know, DVR this because this is loaded with information. You're going to have to watch this special at least twice. Do not watch this special tomorrow with your children, at least the small ones. Your teenagers, maybe, but some of it is really disturbing and stuff you've not seen before. The truth, finally, because at least this program and this network believes the truth shall set you free. Tomorrow at 5.